Hi Peaches, it's Shaaba. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on another video. Happy Monday. And you know what that means, or maybe you don't because we did something a little bit different last week, but we're going to straighten it out in this video. We've got 3 announcements. Let's see if ADHD brain will remember them before we fully start this video, okay? 1, how was the podcast? Did you enjoy it? Oh my gosh, I was so excited to share it with you. For those of you who are like, what did she talk about? What has happened? Every Monday, we do a little Am I the A-hole deep dive explore right here on this channel. And it's been so fun doing it, just me and you. But also, I figured maybe it'd be fun bringing Jamie in, so we started a little podcast. So every other week, if you'll have me, we'll continue doing our normal AITAs. It's going to be fun. It's going to be drama, but in a wholesome and self-learning way. And on the alternate weeks, we've got the podcast episodes coming out, which are a little bit longer. It's really buy one, get one free, because you get both me and Jamie. We love Jamie. We welcome him here. And also, I forgot what that point was. Wait, it will come to me. Oh yeah, you can listen to it if you're on your commutes and you like the idea of podcasts and videos just drain your battery, because I get it, boo, I get it. Then you can take a look at 1-800-DRAMA, which is our podcast name, either here on YouTube or where you find podcasts. Spotify, Apple, do your thing. If you want to, you don't have to. You can. Rate it. Okay, so back to our normal Am I the Drama today, which is going to be like chill and fun and what we're used to. 2 more announcements. I've remembered one of them. The Monday that this has come out, the Friday before, my latest single Superglue has just dropped. If things have gone well and the internet gods are in my favour, because, you know, I'm a professional, I should know how to use the internet, then we did a little premiere of the lyric video, which I know you guys have been so like, where's the lyrics videos? I need the lyric videos. I hear you. It's taken me time. I did one for this release. It was up on Thursday on the channel, and you can take a look at the song Superglue, or listen to the song Superglue all over the internet, on all of the streaming platforms. I'd super appreciate it if you could give it a listen, and if you like it, then maybe like do the little heart thing and add it to your favorites. Do all the things, and kind of more importantly, let me know what you think. I'd love to know. This one was super meaningful to me. I won't go into it too much, but yeah, I really like it. It's the 3rd single from my upcoming EP, Inside Voices, and if I can get everything else done that I want to get done for it, I'm pretty sure we can just release the whole EP now, next month. Cross your fingers. Let's hope. Let's do this. What was my 3rd announcement? I knew there was one. I knew it. I remember. Oh, gosh, that's such big brain for Shaaba ADHD spicy brain today. I'm pissed off. That's literally the thing that I wanted to preface this video with. I've had a couple of days. Friends, I'm sorry. I just need to tell you, I'm feeling kind of brutal. I'm not taking I'm just not doing it. And so we may have a potentially brutal version of Shaaba on our hands for today's episode of Am I the Drama? But it is what it is. I didn't feel right doing this without telling you. If my judgments are coming across too hard, then so sad, too bad. Should we dive deep into the a-holes? I think we should. Let's go! Am I the Drama? Oh wait, hang on, sorry. Tiny announcement, I swear. I know I'm being so annoying. I hear it. It's a 2-parter. Part A, we're changing the term to Am I the Drama? I know it's going to take some getting used to. I'm sorry if I slip up, because it's never quite sat right with me calling people arseholes, because sometimes they're not the arsehole, but it's just useful because we're doing this to expand our own mindsets, right? And to help other people out. We're not here to like be assholes, like calling people assholes. So sometimes it doesn't fit the context. I just think drama works so much more, hence why the podcast title is 1-800-DRAMA. And number 2, part B, so many of you lovely peaches are like, hey, if I have a drama that I want to give to you guys, will you do it in a video? The answer is yes. We actually have on our website, you can take a look downstairs, the link is in the description. Our website has a page called 1-800-DRAMA, and you can actually submit your own drama now, and we will like cover it. So yes, I'm sorry it's taken me so long to set up, but it is there now. Okay, let's actually start the video. So sorry. All right. Am I the drama for telling my mum that I went to my girlfriend's family for Christmas because I'm actually treated as part of theirs? I'm pretty sure I've said this before, that January is objectively and statistically the saddest time of the year. It is in the UK, like statistically, but some of you lovely peaches on the other side of the hemisphere was just like, no, it's like the peak of summer here, babe, we're so happy. I'm grateful that that's the case. It helps balance out my mindset a little bit, but it does make me really sad that January is the month where there's just so much conflict, so much separation, so much just family drama. It's a lot. Let's see if we can help this OP out. My girlfriend, Ember, 20-year-old woman, and I, 20-year-old man, went to her family for Christmas. We started dating over 2 years ago. All right, so it's reasonable that in 2 years, you're now going to be blending the Christmas familams. And I met her family on their first visit to the college, and they included me in lunch. Ever since, I've kept in regular contact with them, and when they visit Ember, they make sure they spend some time with me as well. That sounds really cute. Sounds like fantastic foundations for like a healthy mother-in-law or parent-in-law son? Daughter-in-law? In-law relationship. Words, Shaaba, words. use them. They're really awesome people and they've made me feel so included. They even buy me gifts for my birthday and Christmas. This is all sounding so wholesome. Okay, Ember and I moved in together. Can we also just like say how gorgeous the name Ember is? I just think it's so cute. Okay, Ember and I moved in together in July and her family flew out to help us set up. They were so incredibly helpful to us and they invited us to Christmas dinner at that point. I say us, but I really mean me, since Ember goes to them anyway. It means so much to me and I immediately said yes. This is very bittersweet to me. I'm like, this is so cute. I'm so glad that you've got such a fantastic relationship. And they're like, yes, immediately. Yes, I want to. It's totally fine to feel like you want to say yes. My only like hesitation that's making the bitter and the bittersweet here is, how do your family feel about that? Because Christmas is such a point of contention, man. Oh my God, for a time that's supposed to be fun and cheerful and peaceful. What? Like, where did we go wrong? But just personally, if this were me, I'd be like, I would so love to. But if I haven't already spoken to Ember previously, like, and privately about what the plans are, I would be like, I just need to run the plans by my family because, you know, I want to see so many people. I will get back to you, but I super appreciate the invite. That's what I would have done at this moment, but let's read on because obviously context changes everything. My mum was bothered by it when I told her and she put pressure on me to change my mind and go home right up until Christmas. Okay, the home in the, what are these? The bunnies are making me feel like maybe OP doesn't feel like it's home. Let's see. I always told her that I was going to Ember's family and never wavered or made this unclear to her. She just assumed that I would choose her anyway. So already there's not been miscommunication from you, but miscommunication from mum, or misinterpretation from mum at least. Is it wrong to put pressure? Putting pressure is never like a nice thing to do, right? But is it wrong to be like, no, I would rather you be here for Christmas? There are some occasions where I could see a family being like, oh, this feels a bit sudden. Like if a couple have been together for like no time at all, say they got together in like October, September, whatever, and now they're going straight to Christmas and they're spending all of this time, including Christmas, with the partner and the partner's parents when it's normally an at-home thing. That would, I just need to be honest, it would annoy me. Like, obviously you have the autonomy to do what you want. I'm not gonna like force you to be here, especially if you're gonna be unhappy, like no. But I would be honest and be like, oh, I'm slightly disappointed in that because I would really have loved to have spent this wholesome family time together. This is assuming it's wholesome, right? And also like it feels like a very big step that's very soon. I do think that sometimes I've just seen it so much in real life where people really sort of like abandon and don't maintain and nurture their existing relationships because they've jumped into something new and exciting, and that new and exciting is done like not in addition to the loving support network but instead of. That's where my mindset comes, where I would end up being a bit frustrated if that's what's happening. But again, let's read on. Stop interjecting, Shaaba. Oof. So there's some background to this that I should explain right here. This is what we're waiting for. I come from a blended family. I say blended because it really wasn't very well blended. Lol. Oh, okay. My mom had me and met my stepdad when I was 2 or 3. Okay. He was a widower with a 6 and an 8-year-old, and they got married. And they also had 2 children together. My mom's family were never part of my life. They were in and out of jail for various things, so my mom didn't include them. I never knew my father or his family, and my stepdad's family never saw me as one of their own. Yeah, I got what you mean. It's a bit of a chunky smoothie there. You know, the bits haven't quite well been smushed and blended, as you say. My step-siblings had family from their mum's side who were very involved too. Okay, because their mums passed. Right, okay, yeah, sort of the extended family. And growing up, I always felt very out of place and like I didn't belong anywhere. I'm so sorry, OP. This is a hard position to be in. And just saying, like, I totally relate. I've also had, like, I call it a broken family growing up. Would you call it a blended family? I don't think so. It doesn't blend at all. It's like water and oil, as somebody said to me. It just doesn't mix. And this feeling of not belonging, like, this is very, props to OP. Brownie badge to you, OP, actually. Brownie badge, because, like, that's a really big realization to come to. It took me years to realize that that was what my internal problem was. Years of pain and sadness and confusion and therapy. I wish someone had said to me that, you know, sometimes, hey, in these family situations, it is totally normal and totally okay to feel like you're imposing on someone else's family portrait. The family portrait metaphor was something that was my sort of big breakthrough, so that's how I sort of like refer to it as. I've always felt growing up that there's been 2 family portraits and I've just sort of been awkwardly stuck in either of them. And it takes time and effort and trust and relationship nurturing to like feel like you're not just a little cutout that's been put inside the frame. You know, and sometimes that never happens, and sometimes no matter how much somebody tries to integrate you in that family, it can feel like you're not, and it's nobody's fault. It's just like a thing. It's a me problem, at least in my scenarios. Yes, relate. Hugs to you and to everybody who may be feeling similar. My stepdad, says OP, and my half-siblings all had at least one set of grandparents who adored them and they had a great relationship with. I had no extended family, as in blood extended family. Yeah, okay. My step-siblings never saw me as their brother and were distant, which is why I imagine you can't therefore perceive that family as your extended family too, because you feel like you haven't been given the opportunity to, which makes perfect sense if that's how you're feeling. I was around both stepdad's family and his first wife's family, and I always felt awkward. I was overlooked. Any inclusion was lesser than full inclusion that other kids in the family had, and I got it, especially with my step-siblings' family, but it would have been easier to stay at home. My mum never really got it or had much to say about it, and my stepdad was never someone that I could feel I could talk to. Anyway, going home was not something that I felt good about because I normally had to see all of these people who didn't really want me. Okay, in this context, totally appreciate the immediate, yes, please, Ember's family, this sounds wonderful. Also, still seeing how mum could feel hurt by that. I'm wondering if you've like had these conversations with mum. I'm wondering if she knows or like is also aware of like the awkwardness. Like, is it something that everybody feels or is it just something that you feel? Not that it makes it like one more justified than the other. You still be like very warranted to want to go elsewhere. I'm still feeling like maybe a conversation would have been a good idea before agreeing, just as a sign of respect. But we'll just read the last part here. Christmas 22 was rough for that very reason. I loved my Christmas with Ember's family though. Mum was so pissed at me for choosing to go there instead of home. She said we're not married yet and we're still so young, we should be with our own family for Christmas. Context is important. I told her that I went there because I actually feel like I'm part of the family instead of being around a huge extended blended family where nobody effing wants me. My mom told me that wasn't fair and she always wants me and so do my siblings. She told me that I was saying these things to be hurtful and that was unfair. Am I the drama? My immediate thought is to be like, no, but I still think, like, especially just unpacking that end bit there with mum saying that you're saying these things to be hurtful. From what you've said, I don't think you are saying it to be hurtful. Maybe in like a heat of an argument thing, you were like, yeah, well, nobody wants me and I much preferred it there anyway. But whether that was coming from a place of like genuine truth or because in that moment that may or may not have been heated, it was an argument saying, either way, there's still clearly an element of truth to it, you know? And I don't think it's fair for mum to turn that around on you and to be like, you're only saying that to be hurtful. That doesn't seem to be the case. You're trying to communicate and you're hurt too. The problem is mum is also hurt in this situation. So where my thoughts are lying is I don't think at all that you're an asshole to go to Ember's family. And I don't think that mum is an asshole at all to be hurt by you going to Ember's family. Like, both things can be true. We can do things that are the right thing and still, unfortunately, end up causing some form of hurt. But, and I have to be honest, I do think that it was kind of crappy for OP to not at least have that conversation with mum before fully clarifying. It may have made so much sense to you. You may not have had a fantastic Christmas beforehand, but it's just a matter of courtesy and respect, especially because you might not feel like you fit in, and that is a-okay to not feel that way. Other people might be really crappy to you for that, but your mum, who still loves you and wants you there, like clearly she wants you to be there, she's still going to be hurt by it. So to just have a consideration of being like, hey mum, Ember's family's invited me, and in your mind you can be like, I know I'm going to Ember's family, but just as a matter of courtesy to be like, I have considered both and I would really like to spend it with Ember this year, just making sure that I had this conversation with you first. You don't need her authority, you don't need her approval, but like just wanted to let you know, like, I appreciate that you want me there. It just feels really awkward, so I'd really like to experience it somewhere else this year, and I wanted to make sure that I told you this before I got back to Ember's family. I think that would have been a really considerate way to do it. So I'm gonna say not the drama. I was gonna say, is this a no drama here? But it's not a no drama here, because I also think the mum has been like a bit red flagging and being like, oh, pressure, you know, you need to change your mind, you gotta be home, and not like listening to that conversation. And then also I do think that, as I said, you should have had that conversation before fully confirming with Ember's family, but not the drama with like the tiniest, you're the drama. So like, maybe we need a new badge. No, we don't need a new badge system. It's gonna get too complicated. I hope this makes sense to you. It makes sense to me. Just because your mum doesn't understand your feelings, it doesn't make them less valid. Be where your heart is happiest, and that sounds like Ember's. You've done nothing wrong, not the drama. I see you. I appreciate this point, totally. And as I said, I don't disagree. I just think that it would have been nice to have that conversation with your mum before fully confirming. Agreed, the truth hurts, not the drama. Ooh, there's some information from OP themselves. Somebody says not the drama. She pushed for a reason. You told her the truth of how you feel. She may feel that she wants you, but it's the actions that you see. If you ever decide to have a conversation about that with her, point out the things that they've done that make you feel unwanted or not part of the family. And OP said, I have tried that when I was younger, and it wasn't really taken on board, so I gave up trying. It seems to me that it only makes things more frustrating for me. Oh, sucks. Friggin' sucks. I'm super sorry. I'm so sorry. I was going to say super sorry and then turned into Sue. Never mind. I'm so sorry, OP, that this is happening. I think so many people will be able to relate to what you're going through here. And you know what? If you've tried and you don't feel like you want to integrate or make efforts to further integrate with a family that isn't showing those same efforts back, that is entirely your choice. You absolutely did nothing wrong with spending Christmas with Ember's family. But I just wish that you'd had that conversation with Mum before fully confirming. And I do think it's important, like, even though Mum here in this comment clearly seems like she hasn't been a fantastic mum in the past, she's not been doing a fantastic mum move in relation to integrating you, clearly hurt has been caused, she's still entitled to have her feelings too. Because I do try and see it from a mum's point of view, and I've had conversations with my family too, like older, and you know, especially when I was younger and like super brash and arrogant about it, to be like, God, I flipping hate it here, I can't wait to leave, and just like stupid small Shaaba was like, I can't wait to move to America. This idea of like the American dream and living somewhere really far away where I didn't even have to think about things like Christmas was incredible to me. I mean, I look at it now and I'm like, you know what, babe? I mean, the UK is no better. Don't get me wrong. But it's not about that, right? It's not about how far you are. But in those situations, like, to hear my parents be like, you know, that hurts. At the time, I didn't quite understand it, but I totally get it. Like, you might be trying, but A, you could be trying in the wrong ways despite your good intentions as a parent. B, you could be trying, and even if it's in the right ways, it just might not make OP feel any better, because that's something that OP needs to go through, you know? That's fine too. But all of this can happen, and it can still be hurtful. So it's tricky. Nah, dude, you're not the drama. Your mum needs to chill and respect the fact that the girlfriend's fam treats you better than your own. Family ain't always blood, you know? I love that, and it is true. I say this all the time. Family isn't blood at all. That's not something that I consider family. I mean, yeah, I understand, like, obviously, legally, family is blood, but chosen family is so important. And honestly, I consider my blood family, it's not even fully blood family, to be my family, not because of the blood we share, but because I have chosen them too, right? And hopefully they choose you, and that's what makes chosen family so special. Okay, all right. I feel like I wasn't too mean. Maybe a bit rambly, but not too mean. What do we think? I'm thinking that was like a medium spicy, maybe even a low medium spicy. So it's okay. Let's see where it goes. Am I the drama for wearing white to my cousin's wedding? Oh, well, you done it now. I'm a 27-year-old woman, and I was invited to be a bridesmaid in my younger cousin's wedding. The wedding was being thrown together in a very short period of time due to the groom being in the military and only available extremely close to the biggest holiday of the year. Christmas? Is it Christmas? I don't know, but we'll read on. My children were also invited to be in the wedding party. The cost of renting suits for 2 little boys or buying all of the bridesmaid paraphernalia was not in the budget. So I told my cousin that I was extremely honoured to be included, but I'd have to pass as I couldn't afford to do the necessary wedding party things within the time frame. Totally fine. I hope the bride didn't turn into bridezilla and was just like rah rah rah. She was disappointed, but she assured me that she understood. Fine. This is good. This is healthy. I like this. Okay. Since I declined to be in the wedding, I didn't go with her or her friends to pick out dresses. Was that a point of contention? During a pre-wedding chat, my cousin shared that they decided on an icy blue dress that was really cute and everyone would look great. Okay. No, this sounds good. This sounds fine. Okay. The day of the wedding, I went to go pull out my standard black cocktail dress. My standard wedding guest attire that I'd worn to several other weddings over the years. That's really interesting to me. Totally fine, not judging. If that's fine or like culturally appropriate wherever OP is, okay. I've just heard, in fact, I wore black to a wedding a long time ago, when it was like it was kind of like a trendy thing to only wear black dresses at one point. And I cleared it with the people because I was super young and I didn't have a lot of money, and I was like, can I wear this dress? And they were like, yeah, and it was fine. But it is like a bit of a faux pas, right, to wear black to a wedding. I learnt this because of that experience, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize this was a thing, but it does seem to definitely be a thing. Black is like funeral attire in Western culture, at least. Black is funerals, not weddings. That's like the rule that I learned from my black wedding time. The dress had a broken strap, says OP, and it was dirty as it appeared to have been hung up, forgotten to have it dry cleaned after the last event. That's like really weird wording. Are you trying to say that you forgot to clean it? It was dirty because you forgot to clean it, you hung it up, and you forgot about it. Because if that's the case, OP, like, just say it. It's okay. Okay, let's read on. I began to panic as I realised that I had nothing else dressy to wear that fit because I was about 20 pounds heavier than the last time that I needed to buy dress clothes. I managed to find a pair of cream business casual pants that I couldn't zipper close, but I put on a belly band on from when I was pregnant over them. I threw on a white cow neck shawl top, like a shawl top, that was dressy as I had it, and it somewhat matched. I tossed on a black leather jacket, the husband said that I looked nice, and we left for the wedding. Okay. hang on. 1 second. 1 second. I'm just letting you know where I'm being loaded and what my thoughts are right now. This is now my other drama, clearly for wearing white. In reading this, I don't know what it is. It's setting off my little dromedar. You know, there's like something popping that's like, I'm not sure. And it's all of these things together. The black cocktail dress, like, fine, whatever. If you normally wear that to events and it's not considered faux pas, in the networks that you hang out with, sure. The fact that it had a broken strap and it was dirty and you're not taking responsibility for it being dirty and broken. I mean, I know you're saying that's a short period of time, but like, it was enough time for you to know that you were not going to be a bridesmaid. You totally could have gotten another outfit or fixed that outfit, like taking it to the dry cleaner. Plus saying that you're 20 pounds heavier, which again, totally fine. Like, your weight is your thing. But if you know that you're 20 pounds heavier and that you've got an event coming on, even if you thought that the black dress was fine, you would try that on before the wedding to make sure that your outfit is all good to go. Like, you were going to be a bridesmaid. You didn't because of financial difficulties, but this person is close to you, right? So there's so many things here that's making me feel like, I don't know, you didn't need to wear the white top. Cream pants, okay. Cream pants with a white top and a black jacket. I'm trying to understand it, but I'm not entirely sure that white and cream go together anyway. I'm sure that if you had a white shawl top, you had other tops that you could have put on the cream pants anyway. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm getting a bit of drama vibes here from you. Just put it out there. But let's read on. The wedding was in a small church with a reception at a separate hall. There was roughly 75 people in total in attendance. At the reception, I was stopped in the bathroom by my cousin's maid of honour, a childhood friend. She asked me if I wasn't in the wedding because I was jealous that my cousin was getting the attention and not me. Okay, that's not okay from the cousin's maid of honour. That is just not okay. You don't say that. And that's not the case. Clearly, you've said that it's to do with finances. So I don't approve of that, maid of honour. I laughed and tried to joke that she looked like she was attending a homecoming dance with that tiny bridesmaid dress. A skin-tight, thigh-high silver dress didn't give bridesmaid, and that I couldn't believe she went along with picking that out for them all to wear. That's not very nice either, dude. That's not nice either. At this point, everybody sucks here, except for the bride, who doesn't seem to suck. Okay, let's read on. The maid of honour reported back to my cousin her opinions on my attire at the wedding. She did that at the wedding? Because if so, that is not good maid of honour vibes. This is all just so messy. If you're gonna have a little tiff like that in the bathroom, why ruin the happy couple's day over it? Let them have a good frickin' day. If this was done afterwards, no, the bride laughed it off and carried on enjoying her wedding. You all suck here. I'm sorry, you all suck. Not one other person said anything to me or looked at me funny. Maybe, but also you're not very qualified to say that because people might be thinking things and not saying it. We'll see. 3 days later, my cousin brought it up in conversation that her maid of onions... Maid of honour's opinion. Maid of onion should be a thing. It should be a thing, right? Her opinion on my attendance at the wedding. My cousin questioned if there was anything valid to her maid of onion claims. I explained the situation and she said they said it's like really rude to wear white to a wedding when you aren't the bride. So, am I the drama? Yes. Everybody sucks here, as in multiple people suck here, but not the drama for the bride. Okay, that's just there. But you and maid of honour, super messy, you suck. And this is why, I explained why. There was so many flags, dude. You didn't have to wear white. You did it knowing, you've not said that at any point that you accept or acknowledge the fact that white is a wedding day colour. You're mean about the other dress when you didn't need to be. Maid of honour as well. Oh my god, bring that to the bride on the wedding day. Why? But the biggest thing to me, honestly, I have to say, is the lack of responsibility being taken in the account. This might be me overreading it, but this is how I'm seeing the tone. The dress appeared to be dirty and was hung up without being dry cleaned. You didn't clean it. You didn't do that. You didn't repair the dress. You say you didn't have anything else to wear because you didn't organise yourself when you knew that your body changed in a way that fashion that is in the clothes that you wear might also need to be changed. I'm sure if it's any top that would have gone with cream pants, there would have been a better option that you'd have had in your wardrobe, and it certainly would have gone better than white, because white and cream. And the other thing that's like just really enforcing to me that you are unable to take responsibility is, if I look at this post at the end, you've not said what you responded. You've not acknowledged that, yeah, it's not okay to wear white on someone's wedding day. Like, if it's a Western wedding, it's like the cardinal rule for anybody in like femme dress. Don't wear white. So yeah, You're the drama. So's the mother of onion, made in onion. You know what I mean. 2 dramas, off you pop. You are the drama. You're just full of excuses, ain't ya? Oh, okay. I'm so glad. You know when you're like being really harsh, I'm like, God, do other people agree? I'm feeling reassured that someone else also agrees. Not wearing white or any variation of white is such a big common sense rule. It's actually kind of a miracle that you weren't asked to leave. You're an even bigger drama for randomly insulting the bridesmaid dress. I can't seem to find the part where your opinion was asked. I mean, where's the lie? She could have worn a tank top with a leather jacket and it would have been cute. Don't tell me that you don't have a top that you're going to hide under a jacket anyway that's not white. And something else that wouldn't go as well with cream. Why would you wait until the day of to see if you still fit into any of your dresses when you know that you gained 20 pounds? Someone asks. Real talk, because the cousin's wedding wasn't important to her. My favourite part, right? The dress has a broken strap, was dirty, and it appeared to have been hung up. I love it when people have to stretch and twist a sentence into passive voice to avoid saying, I did this, and take responsibility. Blah, 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 blah. Spicier, for sure. We've gone higher up the scale, but not like conflictingly so. I still feel that was pretty straightforward. Am I the drama for refusing to get tattooed and wanting my deposit back? Oh, let's read on. I'm a 22-year-old woman. I had a tattoo appointment the other day to get an ornamental design on my sternum. That's this bit, right? So between my boobs, basically. Yeah, right here. The coin slot. Okay. I was really nervous about getting something in that spot since I'd be pretty exposed, but I already have a few other tattoos by that artist and I trust him. He always takes an $80 deposit. Firstly, let me say, mama, it's totally fine that you were nervous, and I hope you feel safe enough to explain that to a tattoo artist, because a good tattoo artist would be like, oh, I totally appreciate that. These are things that I have in place. I have a vibe that this is maybe why it's going wrong. Let's see. He's moved studios since I last got tattooed by him, and the new studio was sectioned off into 2 areas. One was more like a waiting consultation area, and the other was intended tattooing, but there were 3 stations set up in the waiting area as well. Okay, sounds a little bit weird to me, but we move. I think this sounds okay. I think maybe it's just being poorly explained. I think like you should have a waiting area and a reception area and then an area that you tattoo. And in every single tattoo studio that I've been to at least 5 that I can remember off the top of my head, it is perfectly normal for the reception area to see like the tattoo area, like where the tattooing's taking place, but they are still distinct sections, you know? I should probably say at this point, my favourite place to get tattooed is Heartbreak Studio in Brighton. They're incredible. They're so LGBT plus, just gorgeous, friendly, accepting, wonderful vibes. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. They also have a gorgeous sausage dog. I'll pop a link to their socials just here. And I'm also going to link to Nikki Venus, who's like the most kick-ass, incredible, and so friendly and wonderfully accommodating tattoo artist I've ever come across. She's just so nice. She's so nice. She did this piece for me, which like goes down to my back area and like a couple of others. She does really gorgeous work and just good vibes. Good egg. Follow Nikki, love Nikki, follow Heartbreaker. Go there if you want a good tattoo experience. Let's read on. He explained that he had to get some more artists on board to keep up with the cost, so he'd be doing the tattooing in the front section. Honestly, the cost thing, I've heard this so much. I've had like good conversations with a bunch of tattoo artists and it's really a thing. Like I used to think that the margins on tattoos were really high, like they must have been because it's such like an incredible art form, but they're really not. They're not what you would think they would be. One tattoo artist called Alex actually walked me through, like over COVID in particular, like the cost of like the process of like the sanitizing and all of this stuff. And for the tattoo that I was getting, I think he was only making like £20, like if that, for an hour of work. And I was like, that is not what I thought happened. So yeah, I appreciate that. Having said that, that shouldn't be at the expense of your client's discomfort, which what I feel is happening here. So let's read on. I wasn't comfortable getting my tattoo done, says OP, with no top on and in the open like that. He argued that I would have been seen in the old studio too, which is true, but it would have been a few other tattoo artists and their clients only. Here, basically anyone could walk in off of the street and see me with my tits out. The front window was also partially see-through and I could see the stations from outside when I was walking by. Sorry? I'm shocked. So all of this is happening. You're able to be seen by different people. And you know what? Even if it was just the other tattoo artists and their clients, I still don't think it's appropriate. I haven't had that occasion, even doing like this piece when it came down the front. For this one, and I have this little one here too. Like both, I'm pretty sure I can't remember if I kept my top on. If I was down in my bra, fine. Like I'd have been comfortable in front of Nikki, who did both of those pieces like that. But If I didn't, I'm sure I would have like, it would have been like a tuck-in job like this to have gotten that stuff done. Yeah, for this one, I took my arm out of my top, so like my boob was still covered, but there was a lot exposed. My point is, I'm trying to understand. No, I don't think I've ever been in a position where I've had to ask, hey, I'm not comfortable with the level of exposure. Could we do something about that? But I've seen screens. I'm pretty sure in every tattoo studio I've been in, there's like something that you can do to cover up. So my point is, even if you didn't want to even be seen by other tattoo artists, that's your prerogative. Like, you as a tattoo artist surely should have provisions that allow your person to not be seen when they got their titties out. It's quite simple, isn't it? I feel like I need to text a tattoo artist now. But there are definitely screens in the studios that I've been in. There's a reason those screens are used, you know? Like, you don't need to be exposed. And you certainly don't need to be exposed to the public in the streets or the people coming into reception. What? This is ludicrous. I said, says OP, I would only get it done today if we could move to the back area, but he said it wasn't possible, so I either get it done here or I go and I come back on a less busy day, but he'd keep my deposit for the time that I wasted. I tried arguing to get my $80 deposit back, but he kept getting louder with me. And the other two artists in the front and the people waiting started whispering and staring at me, so I just left out of shame. I'm so sorry, OP, that you had to feel shamed. Take it away from tattooing. If you, as a person speaking to a stranger that you're giving money to and are doing business with, are feeling any level of shame, intimidation from that business owner is a shit person. Unless that business owner is a dominatrix and you're specifically paying them to shame you, which is fine, you do you. In no other scenario should you feel shamed by a business person. That is shit business. It's as simple as that. The fact that he's getting louder is aggressive, especially when there is definitely a power dynamic by you being a woman needing to get your boobs out and expose yourself in front of someone that you're supposed to be trusting, where you're talking about how you're being vulnerable and insecure about something. They're shouting at you. Not okay. And honestly, I have seen other tattoo artists. I'm not saying it's right. Like, as an artist, as a business owner, you need to do what you need to do to cover your money and cover your time. I have seen other tattoo artists have really ludicrous things happen to them whilst I've been getting tattoo pieces done. It takes a while. You see people come in and out. There was this one person that I saw who came in and was like, yeah, I don't want this design anymore. I want this totally different thing. That was so intricate. Included like people and animals and vines. It was like a big ass piece. And they were like, yep, so I've changed my mind right now when I've come to get the tattoo, so you're going to do it now, right? And the tattoo artist was understandably like, I need time to draw this and for you to approve it, so no, I can't tattoo you right now. We'll need to reschedule it. And even then, they didn't take another deposit. In that situation, I can totally see, because it's like the client's fault that they're not getting it done. They should have informed that person of it sooner. I'd have totally expected a tattoo artist in that situation to keep a deposit. But here, OP's very willing to get the tattoo. She wants the tattoo. You're not providing a premise that is super reasonable to respect the needs and vulnerabilities of your client. I don't think that's fair grounds to keep a deposit. Also, if I were OP here and I've left, I would not be going back to get a tattoo from this person ever again. I'd be leaving them a super shitty review, and I'd be feeling really bad, and I'd wish that they'd like one day step on Lego, because that is the karma that they deserve. I texted my artist that evening trying to explain my point of view, but he hasn't replied yet. My boyfriend says that I'm being a coward and that my artist is right to keep the money, but I don't think I'm in the wrong either. The money keeping thing, honestly, I'm in two minds about, because I can see how that is now time that that artist isn't going to get. But again, I think it's his responsibility. So like morally, I think the right thing to do is to give back the deposit. I think your boyfriend's super shitty though, was saying that you're a coward. What? Oh, men suck, don't they? I know that's not the point of this. Not all men suck, but God, men suck. Sure, says OP. He did lose money on me walking out, but he didn't even try to see if anyone in the back was able to switch stations or anything. If all of the back stations were full, I wouldn't have at all expected someone to switch, because you can't then impede on someone else's tattooing experience, especially mid-tattoo. Like, the sanitization alone that would need to happen, that's just too messy. I get it. But if you could have like waited until someone finished up, fine. Or if you could call and see if someone else later was able to swap positions with you, like in the schedule, also fine. You're right, he didn't seem to make any suggestions, but also he's wrong for not having something in place to help the vulnerabilities. I'm absolutely going to contact some tattoo artists that I know to know what they would do in this situation, and if it's like a normal obligation as a tattoo artist to provide screening things if someone's not wanting to be exposed. But if you know anything, my loves, about this, Peaches, please pop downstairs and let me know in the comments. I'm so curious. But no, So you are so not the drama, OP. Absolutely not the drama. You know who's big dramas? Your tattoo artist and your boyfriend. Red flags. Big red flags. Oh, not many times I wish for naming and shaming to happen, but I wish this artist was named and shamed because I'd be like, don't go there. I think it's totally unreasonable for an artist to not have a type of coverage available for tattoos in private areas. If someone can walk in and see you topless, I think it's bad business. Almost every studio I know has some sort of petition for people who don't want to be seen. Thank you. Normally deposits aren't refundable, but as women, for just anyone to be able to see your tits off the street, no effing way. I'm wondering, would it in some cases even be seen as like public indecent exposure? Like, could that class as criminal? If a police officer was walking down the streets where, you know, they would definitely be booking someone in for having their top off and being totally nude on the street, but only for women, mind, not for men or, you know, cis men, because that's the kind of unequal society that we live in. Like, why? Why would that be different if there's a piece of glass in between? I'm so bamboozled by this. This has pissed me off. Not the drama. Him, find a new tattoo artist. What sort of doesn't understand that you don't want to be exposed in a public place? You should take him to small claims court to get your deposit back if you won't give it back. I don't think you should. Just being really honest, like the costs of doing that would outweigh what you get back. I mean, I don't know financial position, but I do think the cost would even be higher than the AITA deposit. But stress, cost benefits, stress. I have a sternum tattoo, says someone. I'm surprised the artist expects you to be topless. I wore a jersey jumpsuit with a plunge neckline to have mine done, but you could also wear a button-through shirt and string bikini top and arrange as needed. My artist moved the chair so I was facing away from the window and door, even though there was nothing on show. Her studio is quiet and women only, but she was still super careful about me being comfortable. Being a tattoo artist is more than just being able to tattoo. You also have to have good client management. That's just being a good business person. If you don't know how to speak to people, if you don't know how to respect people, and pretty sure follow the law, then you know you shouldn't be in business. You're the drama. Done. Jesus. All right, loves. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having so much fun. I know we normally do 4. I'm gonna wrap it up here today. I'll just be really honest with you. It's pissing me off. I don't want it to piss me off. So I'm gonna go fill the rest of my day with something super wholesome. Later on tonight, I'm actually gonna go to the Mean Girls screening, which I'm super excited about. So sending you love, sending you good vibes. I'm not sure if I've done my job of like being as helpful as I can from these stories today. If you would like to encourage those points and embrace them more in the comments, I'd be super duper grateful. Remember, you can take a look at Superglue, support the podcast if you want to. Give this video a like and subscribe if you would like to. No pressure, be kind, and have a great day.